up, Eagles fans? It's EROCK from the 4th and Jawn podcast, and we have a very special guest in here in the 4th and Jawn studios right here at NBC Sports Philadelphia. My man Kyle Tanguay. What's up? What is up, brother? How you doing?
How are you?
You set the Philly sports social media scene on fire with your debut a couple weeks ago. Not only the Philadelphia sports social media scene, but the NFL social media scene. Dude, I was looking up and down the timeline. There was nothing but support and good words and positivity, good vibes, because that's what we're all about here at 4th and Jawn. Good vibes thrown your way. What has the last three, because you haven't even hit the regular season yet, bro.
Right.
What has the last 3 weeks been like for you?
It has been truly rewarding, very incredible. I made the team back in April, and so a lot of people started to pick up on it back then. And the summer was kind of, dull, so we were really training and working hard, and it was so rewarding to go out there on the field and just see all of that come to life. I've been saying since day one, the thing I was most excited for was fan interaction, and absolutely, completely was blown away by how positive and well received the fans were. It really has made this into something even bigger for me, which is really exciting.
Well, we here at 4th and Jawn, we're real big. I don't know if you know this, but we're real big on fan interaction. So I was keeping an eye on you that first preseason game, and you were out there taking pictures with kids. You were out there, just smiling and high-fiving people. It was absolutely fantastic. What got you into, were you a dancer? Because obviously nobody wakes up in the morning and says, hey, I feel like breaking down some barriers today.
Right.
So are you a dancer? What's your background?
Currently I'm a dance major at the University of the Arts in Center City, right on Broad Street.
Okay.
My background, I've been training in dance since I was 10 years old. I also did 2 seasons of varsity cheerleading at my local high school.
Okay.
So I kind of put those two together. I had some friends that were on the team. They said it was super awesome. We saw that it was happening in the NFL last season. And I said, why not go for it? So I did, and now we're here.
So the inspiration, you saw some male cheerleaders in the league last
year? Yeah, the
year?
Rams had gotten 2 boys, and they were really awesome and kind, and they kind of had reached out to me when they saw I was trying out. It was super great, but I was like, this can definitely be a reality.
Yeah, so I saw that, you were in a music video before, and I know a lot of people that are dance major. My wife, for instance, she has a lot of fellow students that did music videos and choreography and did a little bit of Broadway stuff like that. Was it them that necessarily you looked at and said, you know what, I feel like bucking the trend and I feel like going into the NFL? With all this talent that I have, what made you think football? I want to do this. I want to break down these barriers.
So when I moved here, I'm from New England and I never got into sports. It was just, I don't know if it's because
Which means you're not a Patriots fan.
Absolutely not.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
I never really got into sports, and so I was just kind of doing my own thing. I think part of it was I was so focused on the next step, college, that I was I need to really train. So when I moved to Philadelphia and college and school became the same thing, I had extra time to start to explore other passions and hobbies. And obviously living right on South Broad Street, the sports scene is in your face 24/7. Now I could not help but get into Eagles season. I moved in August. It was right when the Eagles season was picking up. It was the fall of 2017, right when that Super Bowl came the following spring, winter. And so I started to get into it and saw how, they were going on their run and they were beating all these teams. And I said, holy crap, I feel like my whole life I've been the underdog. I always got second. I always was that hair away from, winning or being the next big thing. And I was I see myself in this team. So I was rooting for them so hard. And of course, the Super Bowl happens, the city went wild. And then to see not only this underdog team, take the lead and take home the trophy, but to see this outpour of love from these people that have been waiting for this for years follow, I just knew immediately this is where I belong, this team is where I belong, and I want to become a part of it. I want to find a way to engage. And so the cheerleaders was, my way in and something I was really passionate about.
I got to be honest with you, Kyle, I'm blown away by that answer. I am absolutely blown away by that answer. You saw yourself in the team. Now, being from New England, right, you can't help but see parade after parade after parade with the Patriots.
I actually have never seen a parade in New England. I'm from 2 hours north.
Okay.
And when the parade, I went to school about 5 minutes away from the hub.
Okay.
And when they had the parade, I didn't want to skip class, so I went to class. But when the Eagles had their parade, my school's on South Broad Street, so we closed. So I got to go.
So if I'm kind of gathering what you're saying here, is that it means more to Eagles fans, and it's easier to suck you in as an Eagles fan than it maybe is as a Patriots fan up there in New England.
Right. Maybe that could be.
That could be it. I won't hold you to it, but that definitely could be it. Now the Eagles are known, and something that I absolutely love about the team, being an Eagles fan myself and being a season ticket holder, is they are very conscious about social issues. They allowed their players to express different things about social equality, social justice. But I want to focus on that equality thing. Did you feel like, you just kind of explained it to me, but did you feel like that Philadelphia was going to, if you were going to do this, it was going to be right here?
Exactly. And to be honest, I think that the thing that sets Philly apart is it's always been diverse. It's always been inclusive. If you don't get in anyone's way, if you don't, infringe on anyone else's beliefs or whatever's in their way, as long as you're not that, then they won't get in your way. And I've seen Philly just like be open to so many things. And I think the thing that really set the Eagles apart with this decision was this wasn't just some move that they were doing. The Eagles have always felt this way. To the Eagles, when I showed up, I was just another cheerleader auditioning. There was no other intention behind it. And I think that speaks volumes, because for a team that's had male cheerleaders, 35 years ago, for a team that was the first team to see all these different personalities and ethnicities and backgrounds on the cheerleading squad, to see this team that has consistently pioneered do this, I don't think that it was a move for Philadelphia that was planned. I think it was just, I was just another person stepping onto this team, and male or female, if I had what it took to get the job done, I had a spot on that team. And I think that's what makes the Eagles such a special organization.
Wow. This is, honest to God, this is the first time him and I have met. This is the first time him and I have spoken. We've messaged each other briefly on Twitter, but this dude is speaking my language right now, because I'm all about that at the tailgates. Bringing Eagles fans from every single walk of life. It doesn't matter whether you're male, female, your religion, your age, your ethnicity, where you're from in this country. If you're from a different country, we're all about it. As long as you're wearing that shade of green, you're cool with us, man. So I'm so down with that. I so appreciate you kind of giving off that vibe as a representative of the organization. Now, if you were to, if a kid in the audience saw you, guy, gal, doesn't matter, and looked at you and said, Mom, Dad, someday I want to do that. If you had an opportunity to say something to that kid, what would you say?
Go for it. Absolutely, 100%. There is, the only thing that can get in your way is yourself. And I think that if things get rough, if you hit challenges along the way, the one thing that I've learned about myself is that those challenges and those obstacles are what gave me the strength to be able to do something like this. That gave me the confidence, I had to go through a rough patch to say, well, I made it through that, I can definitely take on this, and I can definitely do that. And I think that the only person that can truly and honestly stop you is yourself. People can say whatever they want, people can do whatever they want, but they can't get inside your mind and say, you're not going to do this. They can't get up in your body and make it so you don't go to that audition. It's all on you. And I think if it comes into your mind that you maybe want to do this, then go for it. The worst that will happen is they'll just tell you no.
Yeah.
And no's not that bad of a word.
No.
There's worse things you could hear.
And you're going to hear no's all your
life. I've heard plenty. I've heard plenty.
So have I. But you know what? Every time you hear that no, you grow from it. You learn from it. You make yourself stronger. A lot of people in life, and this is so weird of a conversation because now we're talking life philosophies, but everybody in life is like so worried about the no.
Right.
And they don't realize the no is what makes you stronger as a person, what makes you stronger as an individual, and prepares you for that next opportunity where they might say yes.
Exactly.
And if they say no, that's okay. You just keep getting stronger. You can't get stronger without that overcoming that adversity, because nothing is handed to anybody.
No way. And if it was, it wouldn't be worth it.
And it wouldn't be worth it. That's why the Super Bowl was so important to us,
because
we
had to work for it.
52 years for it. That's why it meant so much to it, dude. I love it. When you kind of sit there and take a look back. You haven't even started the regular season yet, but when
two preseason games.
When you sit back and you remember those two preseason games, do you ever kind of think like, wow, man, I'm on the verge of helping the other two guys with the Saints and the Rams and everybody. Like, we're starting a national trend here. We're at the grassroots of something. We're pioneering something. Does that ever cross your mind?
Honestly, for me, sometimes I forget that this is like a new thing that's happening again, because for me, I kind of always take out the part of like, well, I look different on the team. I'm different than the other people on the team, because for me, honestly, when I close my eyes and I just see myself like right behind the players' bench, like listening to them, watching them get hyped up, seeing them go out on the field, that's what like gets me excited. What gets me excited I'm really excited that this is happening and that the Eagles have given me this opportunity and this platform to kind of like do something that hasn't been done for a long time. And that is amazing. And I hope that male or female people I hope that if someone sees me and says that that's really cool, I want to do that, they do it no matter who they are. But for me, the thing that gets me, when I think back to those preseason games, it's just the crowd, the screaming. I love the fight song.
Yeah?
I put on the fight song in my apartment every day and I run through it. When we get a touchdown and we go out there on the field or in the end zone, that for me, like that's what I think back to. It's just the crowd and walking, down in front of the stands and having people stand up and root for us as cheerleaders. Yeah. That alone is something that's really awesome about Philadelphia. Not every team gets that love for their cheerleaders, but they get, for every other aspect of their team. And I think that's what really like makes me so excited. It's just like everything about the game day experience.
Hey, listen, you're speaking my language again. Everything about the game day
Away
experience.
games drive me nuts.
I know you got to sit. You got to sit and watch it.
TV
oh man, I know. That's the worst. You got to sit there and you got to watch it on TV and not be there at ground level. Like, there's something about being at the game where you feel that energy. You feel that pulse. It may be cold. It's gonna get cold.
Or
it may
super
be hot. or it's gonna rain, and sometimes it's gonna suck. But you know what? You're there and you're feeling it like in your body, your hair and your arm stands up. You feel that electricity.
Game, the lightning, the thunder. I was like, why are we in the locker room? We gotta get out there. They're gonna win.
We don't want you to die. We don't want anything. You just got here. We don't want anything to happen to you.
I was like, rain, whatever. Any other day, I'm like, oh my gosh. But the game day, nothing can stop us.
So something that was so important to when the Eagles won the Super Bowl was the team chemistry, right? They were very supportive. It was next man up. They all had each other's backs. No matter what happened, they were supporting the next guy. How are your teammates? Like, how are the ladies?
We have the most cohesive family environment ever. We have literally 100% truthful, no drama on our team. We get along so well. We have so much fun together. We hang out outside of Eagles, outside of practice. We do stuff. And I think that we definitely have that family, environment within our squad. We have so much fun together. We're all so different, but so alike at the same time. And that squad is like, it's been a long time since I've been on like a team. I've been out of high school for a while, and it's so nice to have that, like, you see their parents and you say hi to each other, like vibe with each other. There's no anything bad about that team. It's just all awesome, and I'm so happy and grateful for that.
I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy you're on the team because, Kyle, honest to God, we're not even at Lincoln Financial Field right now. We're not even the Eagles game day, and you already got me wanting to run through a brick wall right now. Dude, I'm so excited to get the season started, dude. And we're excited because our 100th episode is coming up next week, right before the start of the season. Make sure you tune in. Subscribe on iTunes, give us a like, give us a rating, give us those 5-star reviews. Also give us a like on Facebook and check us out, coming to you live every Tuesday night. Kyle, can't thank you enough for coming in and talking to us. Let's go Birds.
Fly, Eagles, fly.